PRX.
Friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So happy to be here. My friends, my bakers, if any candlestick makers. I think I know a candlestick maker. I always think of a candle. Here's the thing. I gotta apologize for an assumption. Every time I've said candlestick maker up until this point, I've always just made the assumption in my mind that I was picturing a candle maker. So to all the candlestick makers out there, holy cow, I'm so sorry. And hopefully I can help you with this sleepless night. Candlestick maker or not, I'm here to help. And now it's time for Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. And if you could remember tomorrow when your hand hits the fridge to go to sleepwithmepodcast.com/sponsors. That's how we're able to be here for you free twice a week. Thanks. Hey, everybody, it's Scoots here. And as we wind down this year, I can't believe it either. I want you to think back at your year or the past couple years, your relationship with Sleep With Me, and just consider becoming a patron. Sleepwithmepodcast.com/patron. You know, if you're in a position to do so, if you look back at the past couple years and you say, wow, I listened to a lot of Sleep With Me. I got a lot out of Sleep With Me. Think about becoming a patron. Sleepwithmepodcast.com/patron. Over the past, between 2020, whatever the year, the past few years, we put out 100 episodes a year, and they're all here for you on a regular basis. I stayed committed to the show because of support like yours at sleepwithmepodcast.com/patron. Just go over there, check it out. $10 and $20 patrons get so much content. As we move into the 2022, there's going to be even more bonus content. So if you listen multiple nights a week, if you listen all night long, then you're going to get a huge amount of value out of becoming a patron, particularly an annual patron where you get a free month. Sleepwithmepodcast.com/patron. Thanks. All right, everybody. Sleep With Me podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. And we talk about BetterHelp a lot on this show. And this month I'm discussing some of the stigmas around mental health. I use therapy every single week. And there's this thought out there that you should wait to go to therapy until things get really unbearable. And that just isn't true. Therapy is a tool you could utilize before things get worse. And it can help you to avoid those lows. It's a part of my ongoing well-being. And, I am a real believer in therapy. And in the past, I've heard people teaching the idea that mental health, it shouldn't be a priority in your normal life. You should wait until something comes up, but that's wrong. You take care of your body at the gym, you watch what you eat, you go to the doctor for checkups, and focusing on your mind and your emotional well-being is just as important. And believe me, I'm talking from experience and also from experience of recommending BetterHelp to people in my life because it's so accessible. It's so easy to use. It's so easy to get started. It's so easy to go past some of those stigmas and to prioritize your well-being. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Give it a try to see why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp online therapy, and Sleep With Me listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/sleepwithme. That's BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/sleepwithme. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody. It is time to talk about Apollo Neuro. It is a wearable that I wear at night. I wear it during the day, but it really comes in strong when I'm winding down and when I'm in bed, deep in sleep. Apollo Neuro is a new wearable that helps you sleep more and stress less. Apollo Neuro's proven technology helps calm your nerves and clear your mind, melting away stress so you can sleep. It's like a wearable hug for the nervous system. It uses touch therapy to help you wind down into a restful state without drugs or side effects. It's so easy. You just put it on. You put it on your ankle or your wrist. I'll use it when I'm meditating. Then I'll use it when I'm reading and I'm winding down. And then I'll set it on sleep mode for 120 minutes when I shut out the lights, when I turn out the lights and pull up the covers. The Apollo Neuro delivers silent, soothing vibrations, and it really is so calming. It helps you fall asleep and stay asleep. Apollo Neuro Neuro was developed by a neuroscientist and board-certified psychiatrist who has been studying the impacts of chronic stress in humans for nearly 15 years. And Apollo's effects have been proven in multiple clinical trials and real-world studies. According to their research, Apollo Neuro's users experienced on average 19% more time in deep sleep, 14% increase in REM sleep, and 40% less stress and feelings of anxiety. And I know I'll use it 2 times in a row. Like if I wake up, I'll start it again on that 120-minute sleep cycle. And the Apollo Neuro, I feel like it's just one of those things I really look forward to using. So it's time for you to check it out. You can get 10% off your Apollo Neuro today at apolloneuro.com/sleepwithme. That's APOLLONEURO.com/sleepwithme. You'll get 10% off your Apollo Neuro today at apolloneuro.com/sleepwithme. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody, it's time for the Sleepy Supporter Zone, the one part of the podcast in each year where I pop my peas, if you please. I thank the listeners who supported the sponsors. That's how we have almost 400 episodes in the free feed. Thanks to the listeners who supported the sponsors. Right now, I'm looking for listeners who supported sponsors. It's the end of the year. This is when the companies decide on their budget next year, what podcasts they're going to support. They base it on how successful their campaigns with Sleep With Me were. Like, really, that's it. So if you supported a sponsor, or you've been on the fence about it, support them and let them know about it on social media. Give them a call, send them an email. If you supported Brooklyn, and if you supported BetterHelp, ZocDoc, Headspace, Native, HelloFresh, please let the company know about it and let me know about it. That's how we're able to be here for you free twice a week. The second part of the Sleepy Supporter Zone is you getting the support you need. If you're in extra need right now, there's links to resources in the show notes. It's about supporting our communities, saying Black Lives Matter, saying stop AAPI hate, being a part of positive change with our actions. And in both of those arenas, I'm looking for organizations at the end of the year here that you're thankful for, organizations that either you've been a part of or that have impacted your life, because I'm looking for people to support next year. So let me know. And that is the end of the Sleepy Supporter Zone. Oh, Mystery Bard, a lot of people help out on this show. Who are they?
This posty poster son sounds like an earful. Wrote the theme song. Edits episodes. Carl W. the Legend. Also edits episodes. Ashley, Kenny, Scotty, Jennifer. Runner. Eric and the team at Astound are on the website. I am the Mystery Bard. I do the lullabies, yeah. I do commissions at jonathanmann.net. I'll write a song for you. Any reason at all. You can tell me the story and I'll make it personal. You see the kindness shine straight on through when the listeners form their own Facebook group. Keith, Stacy, Sarah, Julie, and Jennifer. These are your moderators. Get support your scooter on Patreon. Buy the merch and support the sponsors. You can find anything you want at sleepwithmepodcast.com. And we're so proud that we could dance. Rusty Biscuit, Lois, Anna like banana. Leah does the transcripts.
Thanks, Mr. Bard. Don't forget to get your holiday sleep phones. Sleep With Me branded sleep phones. The only place you can get them. Sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleep phones and use the code SleepWithMe to save a little money. Thanks, everybody. Hey, are you up all night tossing, turning, mind racing? Trouble getting to sleep? Trouble staying asleep? Well, welcome. This is Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. We do it with a bedtime story. All you need to do is get in bed, turn out the lights, and press play. I'm going to do the rest. What I'm going to attempt to do is create a safe place where you could set aside whatever's keeping you awake. It could be thoughts on your mind, things you're thinking about. Could be feelings coming up for you about the past, the present, the future, feelings that are just there. It could be physical sensations, changes in time or temperature or routine, travel. You know, did I say that? Like you could have guests, you could be a guest, or you could have guests coming. And believe me, for the majority of the time when you're a guest, you're not singing or hearing. You're not like, I guess you wouldn't be seeing. How come there's not a song being a guest? It has this right amount of syllables, right? Is there? I mean, I'm sure there's parody musicals of that. But you could say being a guest, putting your stuff to the test. I guess currently it could be a musical about how things, the increase, anyway, got to change the subject now. Whatever is keeping you awake, I'd like to keep you company and take your mind off of it so that you could fall asleep or at least feel a little bit less lonely there. And what I'll do, or what I propose to do, is to send my voice across the deep, dark night. I'm going to use lulling, soothing, creaky, dulcet tones, pointless meanders, superfluous tangents. You'll be my guest, and you won't have to worry about me being your guest, which maybe I can explain or misexplain as I do things. You see, does Scoots ever mansplain on his podcast? You see, no, he mostly desplains stuff. He takes a reasonable explanation, pours like gobs of exposition on there, forgets what he was going to explain, then tries to deconstruct his explanation, and then sometimes he takes calls from imaginary things within inside of his mind, and then he says, wait a second, I got to get back to the introduction to the sleep podcast. So that's a pointless meander, could be a superfluous tangent, but if you're new or you're a regular listener, welcome home. I'm glad you're here. And I think you should say to yourself, welcome home, wherever you are, because I'm not really welcoming you in as so much as a reminder. And the most important reminder, is that you deserve a good night's sleep. You really do. You deserve a bedtime you could look forward to, a bedtime routine that feels good and a safe place to relax in. And I can try to be a part of that for you. That's really my goal. And that's the most important thing I'm going to tell you, because it gives me purpose trying to help with that. Because if you do get that, if you do have a bedtime you feel neutral about at least, that you don't dread like I have so many times in my past, and then you get a routine and you start to get some rest, your life becomes more manageable. It can improve. And that's what life's all about. For me, if I can help with that, because the other side of it is I know how it feels. You're important, and I also know how it feels to have that rigmarole at bedtime. So that's why it's important to me. So I hope I can help. Now, there is a caveat there, which is that this podcast just doesn't work for everybody. I'm not up to everybody's taste. I'm not everybody's style. And this particular style of show, even though it's built in a very intentional way, it just doesn't work for everybody. Totally understandable, right? But with Sleep With Me, there's actually an additional caveat within a caveat. Isn't there something called that sounds like a caveat? Like not a cape. Isn't there a piece of clothing that sounds a little bit like a caveat? Could I put a caveat within my my vest, which I'm calling... It's a caveat vest. What do you mean? Well, I can't put it on until I put it. It's weird. I got to put another vest on first so I can put this on underneath it. And also I have to stand on one foot. Otherwise the vest, that's the only way I can get it on. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me either. I traded 3 magic beans for this caveat vest. And then someone cackled and rode off into the sunset or the rising moon. But so the caveat within a caveat for Sleep With Me is that it does take a few tries to get used to. This is what tons and tons of listeners said. Yeah, when I first got here, I was skeptical. I was doubtful this podcast would work. I didn't like Scooter's voice. I didn't like his manner. I didn't understand what was going on. Those are understandable feelings to have about this show. But then after listening 2 or 3 times, I realized, okay, now I get that I don't get it. I get the fact that it's incomprehensible that he is the kind of person that would buy, you say, wait a second. Wouldn't you buy that though? You say, wait a second. So this caveat vest, tell me about it again. I put a vest on, but then I put the caveat vest on underneath it while I have to stand on one foot. And they say, yeah, it's beyond our, you say, Scoots, you've struggled with these things beyond your understanding, but this you'll go for. The great goddess, creator, she just is like, what do I got to do here? Come on. So anyway, okay, what was I going to do? Oh, so give it a few tries if you can. If you already dislike me in the show, there's also a website, sleepwithmepodcast.com/no thank you. It has plenty of other sleep audio and other sleep stuff to check out so that you can find something that does work for you. Because whether or not you loathe me or you like me or you say, well, I will give you a few tries, you still deserve a good night's sleep. So that's that. The other thing that can throw people off a lot is a couple things about the show. One, this is a podcast you don't really listen to. You just kind of barely listen. Just like background noise. I mean, I think you could figure that out already. You say, okay. Does he know what you may be looking at someone nearby and you say, I don't think he knows what caveat even means, just like Mandy Patinkin once said. And you could be right. I mean, I'd be willing to give, who I'd give the benefit of the doubt to, even if it was me and Mandy Patinkin, I'd say, for sure, Mandy. Oh, sorry, Mr. Patinkin. Okay, so... Oh, it's a podcast you don't really listen to. You just kind of like a TV on in the other room. Or it is like that be your guest thing in the sense that I'm here to talk to you and keep you company while you fall asleep, but you don't have to welcome me or pay attention to me. I'm a guest that comes over that you don't have to clean up after, you don't have to entertain, and you don't even have to pretend you're engaging with me. You just go, Okay, go ahead and keep talking, Scoots. I'll be lying here, not barely paying attention to you. But the thing is, if you can't sleep for some reason, or you got a type of insomnia where you can't sleep, or you're having a stressful day, I'm here to keep you company, whether you're listening or not. That's kind of one of the things that works about the show. I'm here for you to listen to, so you don't have to listen to me. And that's why I have a caveat vest. What about this here's the thing. Anybody producing TV shows that have no chance of success, undercover caveat. You say, I don't even know what that means, but I know I've already canceled it. And you say, I don't know what that means, but I've already not renewed your contract. Undercover caveat. It's confusing, even to the confused. It's confusing. That was the prequel, caveat undercover. Caveat undercover, the teen years. That's even caveat undercover. Grammar school edition. Oh, boy. Sometimes I have to entertain just myself. That's really it. That's why you could just barely listen to me. The other thing is this podcast really doesn't put you to sleep. It's here to keep you company while you drift off. I'm here to be your bore friend, your bore bae, your bore sib, your bore cuz, your bore bestie, your bore bud, your bore bra, your bore burr, your neighbor. I'm here to be your friend in the deep dark night. So to keep you company, versus talking you to sleep. You can fall asleep while I talk, but I'm not talking you to sleep. I'm just here to take your mind off of stuff. Other things you need to know, whether you're a new listener or regular listener, is the structure of the show really can chuff some people, and understandably, but that's why I explain it every time too. So the show starts off with a greeting, friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as a reminder to the regular listener and as a welcome to the new listener. So you feel seen, you feel invited in. And sometimes they say something silly because so you say, oh, okay, this is a silly thing I'm getting invited in to check out. Then there's support. There's support for the show. There's support for the listeners, and there's support for the communities around the show. And the support is so that the podcast, my goal of the podcast is that it comes out twice a week. The episodes are ideally over an hour. We have plenty of episodes in the feed for free so that you can listen to a bunch of episodes if you need to. And that it's available on all platforms. And the sponsors and the patrons enable us to do that. And then there's support for you if you're having a tough time or if you want to be more engaged in your community. Then there's the intro, which is separate from the support. And the intro goes on and on and on for 12 to 20 minutes. It's a show within a show. And it's supposed to kind of ideally introduce the podcast over and over again so that a new person says, oh, I get the idea. This podcast is an incomprehensible morass. And Scoots gives a new meaning to the word morass. And I say, I don't think I can actually give more meaning to it. I could only be a shining example of morass. And you say, it's morass. And I'd say, well, like I said, I'm a shining example of whatever it is. I'm knee deep in it. I never thought I'd be saying, I never realized really, I'm not kidding. Like I didn't even set that joke up. I was already in my own morass when I said, oh, wait a second. Yeah. So now I'm caught in this, the intro. Oh, so you realize, that it goes on and on and on. But the intro also serves another purpose. The reason it's a show within a show is that it's supposed to serve as a transition between not bedtime and sleep time. So as your wind down routine, as some twilight time, whether you're getting ready for bed, you're doing something relaxing, or you're in bed starting to unwind. For most of us, that's an essential part, is having that time to ease you into bed and off to dreamland. So the intro serves that purpose, and you can adjust. There's tons of people that listen to story-only episodes on Patreon. There's 2 or 3% of people that skip ahead to 30 minutes. But there's also people that listen all night, or people that set their sleep timers for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, and all those numbers in between. So at first, you just kind of see how it goes and then adjust from there. Then after the intro is more support. Again, so show twice a week for free everywhere you want to listen to it. And then there'll be a story. Tonight will be our holiday edition of Great British Bake Off. So that'll be fun. We'll look at a holiday special from Great British Bake Off. It'll be relaxing, meandering. I'll get mixed up. I'll probably get people mixed up and foods. And then there's some thank yous at the end. So it's just structure the show. I make the show so hopefully it can help you or keep you company. So if you can't sleep, I'm here. And if you can, I'm here too. But I'm glad you're here. Thanks for stepping over my morass. And I feel like I should be doing a dance when I say that, if you know what I mean. Like, doing a little shaking my tail feather. Even though I realized, I didn't even realize that. But so I'm glad you're here. I appreciate your time. I really hope, I really yearn and I strive that I can help you fall asleep. And here's a couple of ways I'm able to do it for you for free twice a week. All right, everybody, it is time to talk about tonight's sponsor, Brooklyn. And if the holidays snuck up on you too, there's still time to get it right this gifting season, because Brooklyn has perfect presents for everyone on your list. Whether you're shopping scents for a candle lover or grabbing a gift card, that gift that keeps on giving, this kind of comfort is always a hit for the holidays. Brooklyn makes award-winning comfort year-round, and that makes the perfect gift this holiday season. Brooklyn's goal is to create beautiful, high-quality home essentials that don't break the bank. It's a perfect place to find the best gift. Brooklyn started with bedding, and they now offer all the essentials to make every corner of your home next level comfy. Their 5-star sheets were just the start. They have a collection of must-haves that now include everything from dreamy decor to cozy loungewear and a new line of slippers. Brooklyn's comfort game is unmatched and their lineup keeps getting better. So if you're looking for more ways to stay cozy, check out Brooklyn's candles, eye masks, and accessories. Take the guesswork out of gifting with comfy crowd pleasers from Brooklyn and give the gift of comfort this holiday season and save while you do it. If you go to brooklinen.com and use the promo code SLEEPWITHME, that's one word, sleep with me, you'll get $20 off with a minimum purchase of $100. That's Brooklinen, BROOKLINEN.com, and use that promo code SLEEP with me for $20 off with a minimum purchase of $100. That's brooklinen.com, and use that promo code SLEEP with me. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody, I got your holiday gift giving solved. This holiday season, I want to give the loved ones in my life something that makes them feel special and unique, just like the relationship we share. And that's why I'm giving everyone I care about Storyworth. It's a gift that keeps on giving generation through generation, because Storyworth is an online service that helps you and your loved ones preserve precious memories and stories for years to come. It is a thoughtful and meaningful gift that connects you to those who matter most. Every week, Storyworth emails your relative or friend a thought-provoking question of your choice from their vast pool of possible options. And each unique prompt asks questions you might have never thought to ask, like, what's the bravest thing you've ever done in your life? Or if you could see into the future, what would you want to find out? And then after a year, Storyworth will compile all of your well-loved ones' stories, including photos, into a beautiful keepsake book that you'll be able to share and revisit for generations to come. I mean, I can't wait till next year looking at this with the members of my family, looking at it with my daughter, and then thinking about in the future when her children are asking, hey, tell me about my great-grandmother. And she'll have a book there full of stories and pictures, and I'll be able to give it as gifts to my siblings, too. One of the questions my mom got recently was, what's your favorite toy? And it opened up this whole discussion about horses and the farm she grew up on, and reading the stories makes me feel so much closer to her. With Storyworth, I'm giving those I love most a thoughtful personal gift from the heart and preserving their memories and stories for years to come. Go to storyworth.com/sleepy and save $10 on your first purchase. That's storyworth.com/sleepy to save $10 on your first purchase. Storyworth.com/sleepy. Thanks, everybody. Everybody, Scoots here. This might be the first Great British Bake Off episode you're hearing in a while. It's actually, I've been recording one of the seasons that two people on this show are from. I will try not to do any spoilers, but actually the season I'm covering is before the season I already did. So that may be unavoidable, but this is one of the Great British Bake Off, the Great Christmas Baking Show. I don't know what other information. I'm watching on Netflix. It's, I'll probably have some of the information on there, but it has, Terry and Briony from the season I covered last year, and then Yan and Tom from the season I'll be covering coming up in 2022. But I wanted to do this one, because it's seasonal and it's fun. And also, I think it's a little bit looser. There's just 4 bakers, and because it's a holiday special, it did seem a little bit looser and a little bit more fun. And, they got to handpick some, in my opinion, fan favorites. Maybe not the fan favorites, because those people might not even been available. But some people, but yeah, some people we cared for greatly. And so... Yeah, I don't know if I had a point in there, but so let's see. Let's start with my handwritings. Through BGO, through New Opine, Bullseye. So I don't know, BGO. Oh, go through the new opening. Okay, so we'll do that when we roll the tape. Coats, garland, trees, love. Good luck, everyone. Team Xmas. Something special with an S. C, something special. Sesame special. Seasonal special, probably, or season special. It was good alliteration. Tom, Yan, Terry, Briony, hello. Pastry, perfect. Briony, they do a Briony recap with tears. Great ham. No, that's not right. Fellow 2018 Baker, Terry, patriotic in a pair, truce, Eiffel Tower, down. Tom, architect from 2017, looks like he just got a sharp little haircut, or maybe they mentioned that. His roses were featured that really turned out well, and his nemesis, caramel. Then we have a final festive baker, another great alliteration, Yantastic. I don't know if that was said or I just said, oh, yes, it's Dash Scooter. That's how I feel about Yan. She's Yantastic. And fantastic. Welcome back. You need to do 24 cake pops. I said K-pops or cake pops? How about somebody does some K-pop cake pops? I'm sure somebody has, because I mean, that would give you a lot of options. Just you and I. And is that the one that, yeah, I think that's the one. And of course, you're going to use butter in them. So those are just songs that are popular when I'm recording this. I think butter's a few months old, but Cakey Pops is what Noel calls them. What are you for? 2.5 hours. Tom, Ton, Terry's, oven on. Good fun, Prue says. Looks cool, cozy, classy. Oh, Prue looks cool, cozy, and classy. I guess that's my own alliteration. Trouble with timing. Outside lights. Briony did lots of practicing. Cakes on sticks, basically. Cake cooling and cooling. Cooking and cooling. Terry, all-in-one sponge. Terry's using an all-in-one sponge. Briony is too. She's using a Victoria sponge. Gracious-like pops. Christmas-like pops. Christmas cake pops. Some sponge or some sponge. Prue looks. Festive frolic. How will you go, squirrel? Putting up flavor. Pushing up flavor. Eggnog. Custard on a lolly. That does sound good to me, too. I don't know how he pulled it off, though. Also, I never knew how cake pops were made. Because they said, well, how the heck did they get the cake on the stick? But it ends up, it's not just cake pop. It's a cake and frosting pop dipped in something. Tom, 4 times baking. He's making 4 different sponges, so he has to bake all 4. Santa and Company. Paul says humbug. Muffin tins, Sandy and Yan. She's so proud of her. She says, geez, how many papers have you published? Everything starts going in the oven. Tom, second batch of sponges. 1 sponge bakes. Yan, orange flavors. Orange gloves she's wearing. Yan, fond Christian memory. Is that right? Fond Christian memory. 10. Oh, Christmas memory. She had somebody gave her 10 liquor chocolates when she was a little kid, or when she was 10, she got liquor chocolates and nobody realized it. Festive flavor, little gingerbread. Briony playing well. Fire chili. Terry, Christmas carousel. Carousel of cake pops. Will Terry be on time? To hold shapes cool. Sponges. Yan, trays in the freezer already cooling. That's the least of that, but for Tom, that's the least of his problems. He's still got to make more cake as fast as he can. Noel is not, Sandy says, dude, what are you wearing? Which we'll describe because you're not Christmassy enough. Terry, tiny stuff, not knowing the time. Oh, him and there's some good dialogue there. We'll cover body clock. Noel cracking up. Oh, he cracks Noel up when they talk about time and the meaning of time. I really wish I could channel Noel's ability to be, I mean, I don't know how much of it is performance or what, like, it's like, why can't I be at that kind of free ease? Like, I kind of have that freeze on the podcast, but interpersonally, I do not. Where I just walk up and say, wow, it looks like you're working on this. Makes me think of this. I don't know. How do you feel? I guess, though it is more performative because you're not really, I don't know. I'll have to watch more episodes. Stress catch up, Tom stress catch up, Paul watching Terry. Buttercream binds like Play-Doh. That's what I learned. Oh, the buttercream is what binds the cake pops together. Elfin safety, mold, painstaking, rolling balls, reindeer, pigs, penguins, dipped in chocolate, Noel cracking up, Yan, or Tom. Tom, that's a T. With my handwriting, Y-A-N and T-O-M look kind of similar. Things falling apart. 10 minutes. Plates are hard. Plates on hand. Looking good. Snow globes. 7 years art school for this. Rudolph. Penguins. 1 minute left. Final stages. Terry only has 22. Tom only 10. Cake pops. Complete riot. Horrified. Then we have the judging. Tom, penguins were nice, lovely flavor, peanut butter good, well baked, executed poorly, or not at all. Yan, quite cute, not neatest. Getting the coffee, the ginger, lovely. I like that. Tastes good. Glitter on your lips, Paul. Looks good. That's like, I'm surprised that's not a pop song, glitter on your lips. And then you say, okay, let's just, like glitter from eating a cake pop. Terry Simpsons. Oh, there's like this. So this was important to me to point out. I figured I would forget it even when I wrote it down. And this is a stretch. This is a deep cut, as they say. So when Terry, at this point in the episode, when they're judging Terry's cake pops, the music that is playing is the same music that plays in the queue for the Simpsons ride in Universal Studios. I'm not sure exactly when it plays. Either in between when you're in the indoor queue while you're waiting to go into your room, or like in between when the characters are talking, or when you're either in your room or you're in your car and there's downtime, there's a loop, like an extra loop, music loop that plays, just so there's some music playing in between the things. Like if they say, oh, it's running a little slower, this music loop will just keep playing. And it's that same music. And I can hear it in my head right now. I can't translate it. 22, couple short. Talks unravel and work. That's unusual. Oh, that you came up short. Have a dog. Baked custard. Nice crack, but a bit rough and ready. Have a dog. That's unusual in word. Briony. Cracks. More ghee. Pleasant. Very good. Well, don't worry. We'll roll the table. We'll get more clear stuff here. Talking heads and jokes, technical, chalking by Paul, watch your timing, Merry Christmas, like Scrooge is in the room, a festive sausage wreath, meat, neat and even and flaky, cranberry served in the middle, cranberry sauce in the middle, 2 hours, Paul and Prue, they're in this nice holiday room. They're making a cheat puff pastry. D. Howers. Terry quite like pastries. Chef talk pastry week. Buttery flaky. Oh, they all talk about pastry week. Keep butter cold is a key. All important lamination. I would have no idea what lamination was except for watching Great British Bake Off. Especially Yan and Tom season, there's a whole lot of lamination going on as Like Elvis did not sing. Elvis would have sang that. If Elvis was familiar with lamination, I can guarantee you, especially later Elvis, he'd say there's a whole lot of lamination, going on. If there isn't, then you're probably going to be not in good shape. Layers getting folded in the fridge. Cheats puff pastry. Briony cuts up onions, talks about having a good cry. Under something, under, won't cry. Garlic, Noel talks about it, just don't get any garlic out, because you know me, I'm a goth. Black pudding, twice is mince. Tom only once, twice through the mincer or the grinder. Sage and mace. I worked with a couple people, like, it was the name of mace. Great. Time to chestnut wrap. Time to construct a wreath. Roll out, put some Dijon on there. Sandy has a fake bird on her shoulder. Egg wash. Lots of malts. Lots of maths to figure out where to cut the wreath so it can go in a circle. Terry has a nice sequence here where he's very Terry. He forgets to twist the wreath, then he takes it, then he forgets something else. Will it control in Terry? He also forgot the sesame seeds. Noel, little sleeping bag that he made for Sandy, which is just a thing for, what's that stuff called? Cutlery, like a napkin holder. Cranberry sauce, part European drinks, port. Oh, port. Everyone drinks port. So like I said, it's a bit looser. 10 meters. Yan, you can do this. Will, when to take it out? Come on. Briony's is out. Yan, no soggy bottom. 1 minute left. Rubicon it in. Terry a mess. What does it say? Reabein. 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 Reabein it in. That's interesting. Reclaim it? Recake it in? You can't take any character, so there's not Tom, Terry, Brian. That's not Briony. Let's see. So then they do the judging. Tom, nice pallor. Sherry, glucose, lovely. None of this is right. It's funny though. Nice pallor. Sherry, glucose, lovely color. Balance good, nice flavor. Yan, nice color, very flaky, bit dry. Barbecue is good. Okay, I don't know what that like. Faber, Barber. Briny, underbaked, not cooked, strange or something else. Terry, last possible level. More short crust, delicious, but it's not a puff pastry. Lord, it looks like it's Lord the singer with an E at the end. So fourth place Briony, third place Terry, but only because it tasted good, even though it's the wrong thing. Second place Yan, first place Tom. Talking heads, finally, Tom says, happy Tom. Briony cracks up. She's going to go HE double hockey sticks for leather. So that's the first half of the episode. Let's run it on the tape here. And I should say that, there's a lot of nice music in the background, holiday music, and great set dressing. So, so it starts off with cakes getting decorated, some stars, some gingerbread people are getting baked. There's some recipes, just kid eating. There's snow going on these star puffs, then a cake, and then people walking into the tent. Looks like only 3 people, though. Now there's 4. Everybody's dressed somewhat festively. Yan has what could be a T-shirt that could either be considered Kermit the Frog or an elf. And we run through the teaser, where everybody's working. We see, oh no, this is Briony's history. So they run through Briony's whole history on the show. hugs. I'd like to win to be nice. I just want to have a good time. Then we see Terry with Marie Antoinette. Terry's excited to be back. He impressed the judges with a selfie biscuit. And Terry's like, oh boy, got some demons to get out of the system. Also is architect Tom. He loves Christmas. Can't wait to start. He's very animated. We see his roses that were exquisite. They talk caramel and Prue. And Tom's always smiling, though. He just says, okay, this is going to be good. Then we have Yan, 2017, research scientist. She's like, it's weird being back in the tent, a bit nervous. We see some of her highlights and some things that they weren't so happy about. Some really cool stuff. Which returning baker will get their Christmas meal. You be a Yuletide winner. And Sandy welcomes everybody back. She's wearing an orange star shirt, and then Noel has a sweater that's like everybody's dressed. Everybody has a sweater, I guess. Let's see. Let me get a whole staff shot here. Yeah, all of the judges and the talent have. I missed that one. And there we go. Okay, so Paul's furthest on the left. He has his hands in his pockets, and he's got jeans on. He has a sweater with a wolfie poo on there. But it's also striped, so it has gray, white stripe, sky blue stripe, dark gray stripe, and then another gray. Then, I think that's all he has on. It's just a sweater. I never been able to do, no, I guess I do see an undershirt. I don't know. I don't like the feeling of sweaters against my body for some reason. So, I mean, I like to have a little bit of a layer. Plus, I like, I'm a person that perspires. So then Prue has on, so first I would say Tom's not a holiday sweater, maybe winter themed. Then Prue, definitely not, but it's a cute sweater. Hers is blue. It has flowers, stars, and a heart on it. And then she's got her necklace that's got stars, blue, yellow, and red. And I would imagine this is just projection, but I say maybe Prue raises money. I don't know. Like her sweater almost says like some making some kind of subtle statement. Like, is this funding a nonprofit? Now, Noel has on a sweater. It's very long, goes below his waist, which is his kind of style, oversized sweater, I guess. It's got three levels to it. The top one, which is like fuchsia. This is the first time I think I've ever used fuchsia correctly. It may have a neck that's black. Then it has a yellow leopard print, yellow and black leopard. Then it has a black stripe. Sandy has on an orange sweater with a shooting star on it. She has black pants and then a black collared shirt underneath her sweater. Hers is more of a sweatshirt, which I'm like Sandy. I'd be more comfortable wearing that. It says something on it. Maybe. I can't quite make it out. And they're cracking jokes. Cake pops, 4 different designs, different colors, 2.5 hours. On your market, set, bake. Everybody goes to action. Oh, Terry can't get his oven on, so Tom helps him. Merry Christmas signature. Make some cake pops. So now Prue's in a jacket and a beautiful pink coat, and not a jacket, with a neck wrap. I guess a scarf. I wouldn't say a scarf, though. I'd say something else. 2.5 hours. Be amazing at the baker's finish. Briony kind of has practiced so much that she's gotten cake pops down now. But what takes the most time? Cake cooling and cooling and cooking. Cooking, then cooling. Most people are doing it all on one sponge and then flavoring it, or flavoring frostings. Expediency. So they go to Briony first. She has on a Santa shirt or Santa dress, Santa Claus, black, and then a nice velour or velvet jacket, sweatshirt. Oh, actually, you could use that to figure Festive Frolic Pops or her pops. If you wanted to check the edits continuity, you could see when Briony has a sweatshirt on and when she doesn't. They talk about wild squirrels. Then we go to Yan, and Terry is doing some sort of eggnog, pre-made eggnog liquor, custard on a lolly. Tom, they go to Tom. He has a jean shirt on, or denim shirt, or collarless, but he has red pants on, or maroon pants, so that's festive. Santa and company watch the Queen's speeches. There'll be different characters, elves, reindeer, penguins, snow people watching the Queen's speech. It's Christmas, exactly. Humbug, Tom says, or Paul says. Sandy rolls up on Yan. She's happy. Oh, so Yan's baking her cakes in cupcake tins, I think. JUB is what it says on, maybe, or Joy. I guess that's right what it says. Joy. Okay, so everybody's making their buttercream icing, gingerbread syrup, buttercream, Christmas pudding liqueur, cake pops. Oh yeah, Yan talks about Christmas liqueur when she was only 10. A very Christmas pops, ginger chocolate latte, chocolate orange, a couple other ones, chocolate mint, chocolate hazelnut. As a kid, I didn't like coffee, but, latte gingerbread sounds better. So they say great chili chocolate, Briony. She's making a little bit of a kick. Terry's playing devil's advocate. It looked like it said advocate on his bottle. Maybe that's the kind of eggnog. I have no idea. Spiced eggnog, liquored eggnog. And a joke with Terry about his timing. Baker's cake pops. Can they hold their shape? Mix it in with buttercream. Cool the sponges. Quicker the sponges get cool, the more time you have for decorating. Spread it out. Put it in the oven. Cool. Tom's still got way more. He's behind schedule. Nola goes to try to change it to be more Christmas. He puts on an elf hat. She goes, I don't see anything. Okay, then everybody's trying to make their decorations. Really a lot of detail work here. That's impressive. I mean, Terry's getting deep in the details. Then they're talking about, time and, guessing time, body clock, being cave people, cracking all up. Tom's sponges are all out of the oven. Get it on schedule. Race against time to catch up. Where's everybody else? Paul's like, saying, Terry, are you going to be on time? Holy cow, I'm impressed. Buttercream binds. That's one of my favorite pieces of alliteration, I think. Can't mix it too soon because the butter would melt and then it won't stay together. But that's where Terry says, it's like Play-Doh. 1 hour. Now Noel's fully dressed like an elf in safety. Yule. Oh, that's what Sandy's shirt says. Yule. Because I can't believe I missed that. Okay, so then people are starting to make their decorations, shape the cake pops. So they're not just simply round cake pops, trees, gingerbread people, and so much more. And make their coatings. Don't let them fall off the stick. Speedy process. You got to have the technique. Got to have the talent. I'm here for fun. Silently patting your thumb. And, one of Terry's fell apart. Reindeer down. 10 minutes. Noel and Sandy have stuff on their heads. Everybody's adding texture, painting, details. Tom's penguin looks good. Briony's gingerbread people look good. Snow globes look good. Penguins look great watching the TV. Terry's snow people look good. Snowman having a sod on, he says. sticks. Oh, Briony was using hollow straws, so hers are having trouble supporting the weight. And this is going to look like a panda, glitter, Alice Cooper, a lot of spraying. I don't know if the sprays, if they have a cooling spray too, or if that's some sort of Christmas cracker from Briony. Baker, your time's up. Tom's only got 10 done. At the end of your workstation, Briony takes a hit of Christmas liquor. Complete riot, Tom says. Judges will be horrified. We see outside decoration shot, inside decoration shot. And then we go to the Cake Pops. Santa and company watch Queen's special. And why did I run out of time? I always do. Why didn't you rein it in, Tom? Set my sights high. Gonna bite the penguin. These do look good. Very nice. Lovely chocolate and orange. Chocolate and peanut butter. Crystallized ginger. It's balanced. The design's good. Just execution. And they go to... She's got some... they're cute. Snow globe. That's a gingerbread latte. You do get the coffee and the ginger. Then they take one of the trees. Lovely. Tastes good. Icing's just sweet. Cake is not sweet. I like that. And then she says, you got glitter on your chin, Paul. It cracks everybody up. Then there he goes. His Christmas carousel. Overall design is impressive. Looks festive. 22, you're a couple of cake pops short of a cake festival, Terry. Poor old Rudolph looks like a dog. Eggnog comes through like a baked custard, which Paul loves. Crack on the outside, but a bit rough and ready. Festive frolic pops from Briony. Celebration. You have Paul, Noel, Sandy. Sandy's a little bit smaller, which everybody gets a kick out of. Small enough, then she doesn't even eat her, so she puts it down. And, I mean, I guess because the judge is supposed to eat it. I'm going to try to use paper straws. They do the Christmas cracker. Prue wins. Try it myself. Hint of chili. Get the ginger. Could have done with more. Very pleasant, though. Fun. It's a pleasure. And Briony says, geez, it wasn't as finished as I want to be. Tom's like, it's already the semifinal. So technical up next. Ian's ready for everything, anything. We get another Christmas tree shot. Then everybody goes in for the technical. No chance to prepare for this one. Time for the technical. Words of advice, Paul. Pay attention to your time, Rotor. It's quite tricky. Watch your timing. Everybody laughs. Run off. Where are they off to? Just stepping outside the tent. Technical challenge today. Festive sausage roll. How festive? Oh, it's a wreath. Be neat and even in appearance, flaky, golden brown, well-balanced flavor, filling with cranberry sauce. Get 2 hours. On your marks, get set, bake. So they get to work. Terry's like, yeah, this is festive. Tom's like, yeah, I haven't made this a ton of time. So what could go wrong? And then, I don't know, Paul and Prue are on a set or something. It looks very holiday. Sausage, meat, pudding. Key thing about this challenge is the cheats puff pastry. You can still get that flakiness. Got to freezer, chill the butter down, grate it, fold it a couple times because then the butter softens. It comes out, makes a flaky pastry. Something that's dry and crisp. No easy way of doing it. That is delicious, though. If you can do that, will be success. We even have some light effects. Terry's cutting his butter, cubing his butter. They talk about weeks that went well, pastry weeks. 2 hours on the clock, 2 hours. Are you joking? So everybody's measuring and pulsing and making their dough. Got to keep the butter as cold as possible. Briony's doing it by hand. Terry's grating his with a grater. You got to get that lamination tricky if the butter melts. It creates a nice aerated layer. Repeat the process with frozen butter. Divide your pastry. Fill one area. Fold and turn. And Yan gets a little mixed up because, they're like, yeah, the instructions aren't super clear. But if you don't do it right, you'll end up with a greasy pan. And here we go. Terry puts his in the freezer. Briony in the fridge. Now they're doing the onions. Tom does his in a machine. Other people are doing it. Briony and Noel talk about, if you cut the onions underwater. And he's like, yeah, but if you were underwater, how would you cut onions? And she says, no, never mind. And he laughs. And she says, now I'm going to use garlic. He's like, I got to go. Pork shoulder, black pudding, sausage. Goes in the grinder. Mincemeat, 75 grams. Salt and pepper, breadcrumbs. Put it through twice, at which Tom realizes, I only minced once. So disaster averted. He does it again. Looks better. Terry's seasoning it up. Sage and mace to taste. And no one knows how to measure it because they don't want to be overpowering. Noel's encouraging Tom to be overpowering. Pastry chilled. Time to construct it. Oh, crikey. Terry's is too chilled, he says, because he should have put it in the fridge. Then Dijon. Then sausage in a cylinder. Yan actually pipes her sausage. Sandy's got the fake bird, and her and Noel joke about that. And have a lot of jokes about sausage. And it doesn't look appetizing, obviously, when it's uncooked. Then you got to do an egg wash to seal your pastry. Then make 12 sections that'll form a wreath, which is like, yeah, you got to do the math because it's like, is it half, and half? But Yan's like, no, 4 centimeters. So then, oh, crikey, again, talk about awkward. They make it in a circle. Then they put more egg wash on. Then Terry's ready to go in the oven. But Briony's actually reading the instructions. You got to twist it over. So it looks like a wreath. Tom says, this tent is my nemesis. Yan's getting hers going. Looks like a wreath. Let's see if it laminates. Oh, forgot the sesame seeds, Terry. And are we going to have time to bake it? And how long do we bake it for? It's going to need a long time because it's got, the Noel does a sleeping bag thing with a plaid thing. Half an hour remaining, half an hour. Then make your cranberry sauce and pour into the ramekin and serve. Port. You know it's good, Noel says when it just says port on the label. Briony and Tom have a hit of it. And then we see the rolls are starting to brown. Maybe they're laminating. Terry doesn't think he is. Maybe he should have read the instructions. Trying to get some more color on it. Maybe 5 more minutes. Meat's browning. Too much. 10 minutes left. When to take it out. Maybe dry it out a bit more. Maybe 5 more minutes, Terry says. Come on. Briony takes hers out. She'd put foil on the top of hers. Turn up the oven. Yan's bottom's cooked. And announcement from Mr. Fielding. 1 minute left. Now it's got to come out. Oh, boy. Ramekin. Briony's like, I don't think if my ramekin's going to fit in the middle of my wreath. They say, oh, yummy. Ramekin is in. Sausage roll wreath for your photographs. So let's see, they go Tom first as everybody's is laid out. Whose bake is whose, very interesting. Okay, so start with Tom's nice pattern. equal all the way around. And, okay, let's see what it tastes like. Balance is good. There's a flake, nice color. Number 2 is yan. Beautiful. Bit dry. Flavor's good. Number 3 could have used a stronger color, but it's flattened. It's a bit underbaked. Definitely not cooked. Wasn't in there long enough, stodgy. And last, and possibly least, issues. More like a short crust, which works, but that wasn't the challenge. It's delicious, though. And now palm proof aside. Briony's last. Didn't stay in the oven long enough. Terry, short crust. That's the only reason it was good. Tasted good. It's the only reason you're not in last. And delicious, but there's one better. Tom's. Finally. You lost a bit of butter, but you managed to flake. The whole thing tasted quite nice. Very good. He's like, I came in first. I feel amazing. I'm happy. Briony's like, okay, that didn't go good. Sucky. Go heck for leather tomorrow. Not a lot of time. No see snow. I don't know if it's fake snow outside or real snow. Showstopper challenge. Palm Pro decide. And everybody goes out. You'll be decided to know it's time for your showstopper. Sandy lives in a gingerbread house. If you want to ramp it up, a flat pack house. We want to see 3D building sets, favorite location for the holidays, and 2 confectionery skills. You got 4 hours. On your mark, get set, go. So sugar and spice mix. Everybody's getting it together, trying to get on top of things. Stem ginger, ground ginger. Ginger cake, shortbread rise. Shortbread's Christmassy. It has to be a big celebration, Prue says. Gingerbread structure. Paul wants a good snap. Don't underbake the biscuits. We want it to taste spice of ginger. Briony adds a little turmeric. You got to get your timing right. That's been their downfall in the past. 4 hours. And we want to see gingerbread buildings. Welcome to the gun show. Briony says as she's mixing hers. Epic gingerbread scenes. 2.5 kilos. Yan's making. Bowl the judges over. Embodiment of Christmas, Tom says. The taste. Terry's got very sticky dough. Got to balance the consistency. Yan is putting a lot of flavor. Coriander, ginger, cinnamon, white pepper. And she got 208 things in 4 hours to get through. She's got a huge list. She's doing follow the Yellow Brick Roadhouse, Florentine tiles, pina colada marshmallow, shortbread, rhubarb ginger grass. And she's like, I'm going for a showstopper 4 timers. I got Post-it notes, even telling me to talk to the judges. So time's up, off you go. They say, okay, we get the point. And everybody's working on their gingerbread, shaping it, using structures to cut them out. Tom's making spares. Terry made boards to follow. Briony's got all her things she's supposed to remember. And it's Chrysler Building Terry's doing. He loves to be in New York at Christmas. It was once a world star. It would be 3 feet, which is pretty impressive anyway. Cinder toffee trees. And they have a laugh. Fascinating. Good luck, Terry. Terry's doing inventive structural corners, means of making construction easy. Briony has like a way to make hers look brick-like. Christmas gingerbread scene. She says, my husband, my daughter, and I, we go to the Peak District and take this train with Santa on it. Adults get sherry and the kids get a present. So it'll be fun. Boiled sweets, vanilla marshmallow. Train's going to have a rope on it. You can pull it on the station. And it'll have various surprises for the judges. Fantastic. Won't let you down. While Briony stays on track, will the train roll out? There are multiple puns there. Tom's been derailed by the memories of other things. So he wants to do a sugar dome. He's going to do Edinburgh building at Christmas, gingerbread pudding, hot buttercream details, coconut snow. Edinburgh, synonymous with Christmas Castle? No, that'd be too tough. This is a bank that's now a bar with a beautiful dome at the center of the space. I'm going to make a giant sugar dome. Good luck. Sounds wonderful. Everybody's trying to figure stuff out, trying to get stuff in the oven. How many pieces to complete your scene, working in batches. I wonder who pays for all the, like if they order the different things they're using or they have to buy them on their own. So then everybody's making their windows with candy, mint rhubarb, custard, yellow brick road with sugar syrup and chili, I think. Paul and Prue watch to see, wow, they're really going for it. Yan's really going. This is going to be extraordinary. Paul says, I hope everybody gets it done, and it's amazing. Crunch time for the first batch of biscuits. Who knows when it's done? Nobody knows. Darker gingerbread's hard to know when it's done. Don't want it to be underbaked because it'll collapse. But overbaked biscuits lose their flavor. So those come out of the oven. Really important to trim the stuff as it comes out. And Tom's starting to make his candied window. So is Yan. Another batch in for Terry. So many bits. So much to do. Stuff's falling off of Yan's thing, but it was just sides. Paul's poking Yan's biscuits. There's other gingerbread buildings in there that Noel and Sandy are joking about. Then everybody, bitter maca, chocolate truffle, Tom's going to make, marshmallow trees, marzipan roof, Florentine roof tiles for Yan. And she goes, yeah, I'd be worried if I didn't have it. Cinder toffee, sugar, golden syrup, and bicarbonate soda. Pour that into molds, hot fudge with Irish liquor. Sandy likes the cinder toffee. Oh, you reckon? Packing it in. Marshmallow trees, those look good. Caramel week, something to prove. Chili yellow brick road, that's good. Mint. Tom's trying to make some mint trees or something. Sandy's playing drums on Tom's cold water balloons so they can make his chocolate or his candy dome. Briony's working on her station's roof, Christmas tree barfy, that Yan's making. Tom's cutting his domes. Terry's checking his structures. Stuff's coming out of the oven. Everything's out. Star Rose in the East, 1 hour left. Mary or Joseph, you're Mary, Noel. Now the construction begins, which is always stressful. But for Yan, it's she's still got a mountain of confectionery to climb. Going to need a Christmas miracle. Tom's making columns of buildings with caramel structures. Terry's doing ground floor. Briony's just putting hers together. Tom's is standing up. Terry's is a rectangle when it's supposed to be a square. Tom drops one of his parts of his building and it broke, but he caramels it together. Yan's working on another part of her building. Too bad I can't make more sweets. I think, Briony's one piece, so she's having to make one more piece of the train. Terry's building's rising. Tom's is coming together. Chili and lime, yellow brick road, but it's very hard candy. Briony's glad she had leftover biscuits. And Terry says, come on, you devil. When he's trying to get his building and it's collapsing as he's making it. Yan's putting hers together. Briony's is coming together. Royal icing, best piping skills. Calm head under pressure. Terry's getting, upset. Marzipan roof's coming together. Terry has to stand on a stool. His is so high. Yen's is falling apart as she's putting together. She's like, planning board's going to shut me down. Tom's is coming together pretty quickly, but the stuff's happening that's annoying him. Such high hopes. There's a shot of Tom through somebody else's structure. And then she's putting the Florentines right on the roof with chocolate. Terry's trees don't work. Tom's piping. Briony's putting lights in. Terry's working on his angels. Tom's working on his roof. Briony's decorating the train. Ian's kind of trying to get everything going. Decoration. Things, not everything's holding. Tom's dome works. Everything's kind of, people are spraying, bit of a stir, train's going in, sprinkling, your time is up. Place your showstopper at the end of the workstation, or just leave it. Tom's still moving, then they all give each other a big hug. Never have to bake in the tent again. Shots of the outside with snow. And we start with Tom's. He's got lights twinkling. We see a shot of everybody's. They start with the Ann's. It's my house, but it could have been condemned. They all have a laugh. A bit messy. Defining messy's generous. So they try the biscuit first. They bite it. Nice texture, nice flavor, lovely crack, delicious. Shortbread. Well baked. And Bruce says, they say everything's delicious. Don't judge a book by a cover. Each part of this is amazing, but you just did too much. So sorry. Tom, his building looks good. Quintessential Edinburgh Christmas building and Sugar Dome. There's a Christmas tree inside. Very neat. Great structure. How's it taste? Delicious, snappy. Ginger content's perfect. Truffle, rich, velvety, bit too bitter for a Peru, but beautifully made. Big success. Briony, she's got the Santa train and traditional gingerbread, turmeric to give it a little bit different flavor, marshmallow Christmas trees, chocolate marzipan roof. Also, the train has steam and liquor inside, port or something, sherry for the judges and everybody else. Very festive. They break it apart. Bruce says, gingerbread's delicious. Earthy turmeric, chocolate marzipan's delicious. Goes right over the almonds, but comes back. Executed well. Finished on time. Well done, Briony. Terry's looks good, but he has a bunch of surprises, so it's definitely worth watching. I don't want to ruin the surprises, but I don't know. They're actually surprised by everything. So it's got this automated stuff. And Terry's kind of sculpting of faces, which he's really good at. And good gingerbread, cinder toffee. Looked like it was going to be too dark, but it's delicious. But too soft, but I don't care. Fantastic. Very well done, Terry. Everybody says, well done. Everybody says that was one of the most memorable showstoppers we ever had. Fabulous way to celebrate. Now we get to decide on Star Baker. There's a party outside. And like family, friends, probably some people from other seasons. Terry puts on a hat. Other people put on horn or like elephant ears and stuff like that. They start sharing their construction. People are roasting marshmallows, probably chestnuts. And then they go over, is it gimmick or gingerbread? Gimmick all day long. Yan's was delicious, but she was so ambitious. We liked Briony's, the smoke, fantastic. She was last in technical. Tom first in technical. His I loved, very very professional. Terry's had flashing like a dancing puppet, though. And then they said, put the Queen's speech on. There's even reindeer and little kids. They cheer for the judges who come out. They have like an award. It looks like a plate or something for who wins. They clap. They're all bundled up. They say Sandy looks like Macaulay Culkin. Proper Christmas. Families back together. And they say, we can only have one winner. And the winner is, they're all holding hands, Briony. And she's surprised. I think Tom's probably surprised too, because he was really strong, I guess, in 2 out of 3, but he just didn't complete the one. Amazing job. Design good. She blew it away. He did amazing. Lots of hugs. Such a good baker. Worthy winner. Would have liked them all to get a prize. Her family's cheering. Best Christmas present in the world for me and my family. So proud. This is epic. Everybody cheers. And the episode ends. Let's run through these notes here. Walk into tent, second day, Christmas, showstopper, gingerbread building. Sandy lives in one, they say. 3D building set, 2 confectionery skills in December. Fanny sugar and spicy. Tom did it twice, both 1.5 hours over, or half hour over. And shortbread, botch, caveat flavor, syrup, don't underbake, briny turmeric, turning, welcome to muscle show, 2.5 kilos yen, bowl over the biscuit, tastes like Christmas. Flavor and consistency, yen, lots of flavor, tells us she is holding 208 ideas list. He hugs her. She tells him, he's distracting her. Follow the yellow brick roadhouse, like her house. He cracks up, grand designs. Doesn't have a working Christmas sink, but has everything else. 4 timers post-it notes. Now take off, all of you. Something 5 paces. Terry has something called idiot boards. Terry's doing the Chrysler building. Be 3 feet. Cinder toffee. Palm Peru. Fascinating. Initial shortbread corners, briny, old steam train with Santa, illuminated station, train will move and lift off roof, Sundays on tired, Tom's been derailed, big sugar dome, something to rest, Everclear, Castle, Edinburgh Castle. No, a bank that's now bar. Giant sugar dome. Sheets of shaped garage band, wind up bathers, boiled sugar sweets, windows, yellow brick road. They're going for it. Can Yan pull it off? Paul and Prue talk crunch. First basket biscuits for Tom. Burnt, briny. Train when it crests. Windows, amber, batch in oven, poking my biscuits. Halfway through. Bitter mac chocolate truffle. That's maca. Marshmallow trees, flounder. Roof tile, 8 sweet treats, cinder toffee. Turkey. Marshmallow treats, live, chat, yellow brick road, lime chili, water balloons, chocolate, paper, science, Xmas tree barfy, out of oven, Sandy and Noel, Mary and Joseph, assembly talk, you mention of coffee berry, still to clock, caramel columns, Terry's grand floor, white chocolate plates, Terry not a square. Tom drops his roof, Yan still working on sweets, Terry can't get top on. Terry, cheat, go in detail, 15 meters. Terry still can't get it. Steady hard. Best piping skills, calm hand, 5 meters. No one going well. On mute, crystal together. Edit polish, a turd. Time is up. Tom again, time. Graphing. Yan. Condemned, a bit messy. Biscuit, nice flavor, really cracks. Shortbread, well baked as well. Pints taste away. Tom, look amazing, very neat toaster. Delicious, snappy biscuit, truffle, rich, velvety, good job, big success. Briony, Santa train, smile, looks neat, very festive. Delicious, delicious, mo flan, well done. Terry, top blows, Peru, Paul, dance, good going, beard. Soft, it is too soft, lovely, fantastic. Well done, Terry gets teary. Sandy and Noel crack up, separately from that. Ready, party outside, talking TikTok, gimmick versus gingerbread. You tasted the best, briny, good, and nectar. Tom first and technical, very professional. Put Queen's speech on. Judges wild out. Call, Sandy, Michael Cauldron. Only one whinies. Only one winner. Briony. Yan pumped for her. Talking heads. Such a good baker. She is so happy. Epic and family. Good night and good baking this holiday season. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody. I want to thank everybody for reviewing the show over on Apple Podcasts. So said a lot of amazing, helped me overcome a lot of stuff. Thanks for being there and keeping this free for everybody. Jenny says, comforting and there for you. That's from Australia. Let's see. Hello, it's me again. I heard that regular listeners are good. I've listened to all your podcasts and saying you should make them more often, but not for now. You still make me snooze. So we put out 2 episodes a week. I order 20, so hopefully you can find them. Bizarre from Bob. It said there was a high-pitched commercial. It must have been on your platform, Bob, because let's see. Some people said it's good with the Wikipedia tangents, but it needs more rambling. Sabrina said sleep with me is tried almost every insomnia thing. And I get up, I start solving problems with, thinking. Unique ramblings help put me back to sleep. Also, one of my kids has started listening. And they like the cat, llama, and dog roommate episode, and I'm a Patreon supporter. Thank you so much. All right, thanks everybody for taking time to review the show. Sleep With Me grows as a podcast by people spreading the word and letting other people know about the podcast. You can also get rewarded for that by joining our referral program at sleepwithmepodcast.com/refer. And we're free for everybody by people that support the sponsors or support our Patreon. So I really, really want to thank all those people again. And we get all these, we've got all these extra episodes in the free feed, and that's thanks to the supporters. So I'm going to have a sponsor here tuck in. Good night. All right, everybody, as I tuck in here, I want to tell you about Allform, right? I have a Helix mattress. If you've been listening to this show for a while, you've heard me talk about how much I love it. And recently, Helix left the bedroom. They started making sofas, and they launched a new company called Allform, and they are making the best sofas we've ever seen. Sofas. I said sofas, kind of, but it's a sofa. What makes Allform sofas so cool? Well, for starters, it's the easiest way you can customize a sofa using premium materials at a fraction of the cost of traditional stores. You get to pick your fabric, and it's spill, stain, and scratch resistant. You pick the sofa color, you pick color of the legs, the size, and the shape to make sure it's perfect for you and your home. They've got armchairs and love seats all the way up to an 8-seat sectional, so there's something for everyone. And you could always start small and buy more seats later on if you want your Allform sofa to grow and change with you when you move. Allform sofas are delivered direct to your home with fast, free shipping. You know, in the past, if you wanted to order a sofa, it could take weeks or even months to arrive. Then you had to pay someone to come to your house and set it up or assemble it. But Allform takes just 3 to 7 days to arrive in the mail, and you could assemble it yourself in a few minutes. No tools needed. You know, I have an Allform sofa. I got a chase lounge. I got an ottoman. It's sectional, so it's got a... You know, it's a right angle. I even bought an extension for it recently. It expanded by one more seat. It is so easy, so flexible. It literally is modular. Like if you move or your family grows, you can expand your Allform. You could change it around for how you want to use it, how you want it to look, picking out the color of the legs. It's the hub of our home. I love watching movies, especially this holiday season. I'll be watching holiday films with my daughter. And if getting a sofa without trying a store sounds a little risky, you don't need to worry. You get 100 days to decide if you want to keep it. That's more than 3 months. And if you don't love it, they'll pick it up for free and give you a full refund. They even offer a forever warranty, literally forever. To find your perfect sofa, check out allform.com/sleep. And Allform is offering 20% off all orders for Sleep With Me listeners at allform.com/sleep. So get over there, allform.com/sleep, allform.com/sleep. Thanks, everybody. Hey, everybody, it's Scoose here as I tuck you in. I just want you to know that one of the best ways to listen to Sleep With Me is sleep phones. If you want to support the show, you could get Sleep With Me branded sleep phones at sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleep phones. You use a promo code Sleep With Me, one word, to get a discount on there. And there's a bunch of different headbands to choose from, different models to choose from. And sleep phones are definitely the most comfortable way to listen to the show. They're amazing also to wear on planes and in hotels as you travel. I wear mine when I run, and you can check out all the amazing models over at sleepwithmepodcast.com/sleep phones. Thanks and good night, everybody. Good night.